Hello, so I just kind of want to talk about, I am by a train, so I'm really sorry. I just kind of want to talk about how the Lord has been convicted me lately of using marijuana. So I started using marijuana to gain weight and to help with a lot of the chronic pain to cut me off the medication. And I never felt like a conviction over that because I needed to gain the weight and I needed to come off a lot of this medication. But the more I was using marijuana, I started using it as a crutch. I started using it as, a coping way. And I never was really convicted over it until I watched a couple videos on TikTok about this girl was saying she used to hit the devil's lettuce and she used to, I'm in a very small town and people in small towns are very nosy, so I'm very sorry. She used to do marijuana before going to the gym, before going to work, before running errands. She's it just, I felt like I needed that. And I started watching more videos about it, and I kind of started feeling like that because I was taking it before I would go to work. I was taking it before I would go exercise. I was taking it before I would go to church because I do go to a big church. And I'm just so nervous. So I was taking it, and then one Sunday I took it before church, and God's you have to take something before you go worship me. So I just kind of ignored it. Well, the next Sunday, my mom didn't go to church. I'm well, I have to drive now, so I can't take it. And I don't know, it was an amazing Sunday. I was sober, and I started realizing it, I'm not taking it for pain, or I've gained the weight. I wasn't taking it for pain at this point, because I started taking it again after I had surgery, which that I never felt the conviction to take it for pain, for medicine purpose. I never have felt that conviction, but it was to the point I was taking it for fun. I was taking it to get by. I was taking it to cope. And that's kind of when God started, and you're taking it for the wrong reasons. You're taking it for an escape, to cope, just to get by. Because one thing about me, I struggle a lot with chronic fatigue. So when I take a gummy, I feel like I could go clean the whole city park. So that was kind of God's I'm going to give you the strength to do what you need to do. And with that said, I don't see nothing wrong with marijuana for medical purposes, for people with dementia, autism, seizures, chronic pain. But is when you start using it for just to get high, just to get the buzz. And that's kind of what I was doing. And that, God has convicted me over it. No, I'm not saying if I have a very bad chronic pain flare-up, I would use it. I have been approved by that with doctors. It's just to the point I was using it just to get by with daily life. And that I'm not comfortable with that.